What's up? What's up? What's up? How is everyone doing on this beautiful, beautiful, beautiful Sabbath day? I pray everyone is doing what Daddy has called you to be doing, which is being the best version of yourself. But I had to pause before I really transition to doing some things that I know I need to do. I had to pause and be transparent for a moment, because when Daddy talks, well, y'all know, Lanisa listens. And this time, Daddy, when he corrects me, guys, I don't try to hold it. I try to at least share the information that possibly could free someone from being stuck like I've been stuck all these years. And I don't know about you, but one of the weird places that I've been stuck and have felt the most pain is being rejected. Rejection is not an easy thing. Matter of fact, rejection almost feels like death if you are being rejected by someone that you really love, or something that you so believed was there for you. So rejection is never easy. And how to come out of it is even harder. How do I get over that you didn't want me? How do I get over that I wasn't good enough for that job or that position or that title? You rejected me, man. What? So if anyone's ever been there, y'all know how I have felt at many aspects of my life, just being rejected, man. And when I'm doing getting my juicing and getting the products ready for my clients, and let me show you this one thing. Y'all, I take time, and if anybody can tell me what this type of melon is, I'm just doing a sidebar. When I go juicing for my clients and get the ingredients that's made for them, y'all, I'm in a true daddy moment. Daddy and I are talking, because it's not about what Lanisa thinks needs to happen. After I've done the assessment, I then really start saying, what's going on? Father, tell me. But in doing that, Daddy starts talking to me. He talks to me. And I was picking up this fruit. And anybody can, if you put in the chat or you DM me what type of melon this is, got something for you. How about that? Got something for you. But while I was going through this, all I heard was, how many people reject this melon because you don't know what it is? And then I went on, my brain started going, really, Daddy, shoot, I've been rejected so many times, it don't even make sense. I've been rejected by men. I've been rejected by different things. And then Daddy said this, y'all. Lanisa, the reason rejection hurts is because you reaping what you sowed. Let me stop right there. I'm reaping what I sowed? So are you telling me, Daddy, that I have been rejecting people? Not Lanisa, not the person who hates rejection, not the one who's had some deep-seated wounds because of rejection. Some men that I loved walked away from me and rejected me. And you telling me you reap what you sow? And that is when it hit me. Y'all, I've done a lot of rejection in my life. Yep. And you know what rejection that I did most of all? Rejecting a familiar spirit. Whoa, somebody need to put that in the chat, because you gonna be blessed by this. Do you know how many times in my life I rejected a familiar spirit to me. See, let me explain. And that's why I probably was a hot mess in some areas. See, most of my life, I had an auntie that, and I won't even name the name of the auntie. Y'all know I had several aunties, right? But this auntie would always tell me, baby girl, slow down. Just slow down. Why you seem like you're trying to chase all these little boys, honey. Don't do that. Don't do that. Matter of fact, Lanisa, know who you are. You need to just be you, baby. It's going to happen in time. Anybody remember your aunt or somebody telling you it's going to get there? You trying to grow up too fast. Well, y'all know I didn't do that. I rejected that familiar space. See, she was too close to me. So Lanisa was being a little fast tail. Come on now. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Being a little fast tail out here, trying to run and chase up around men and get whoever I could get, instead of pausing and hearing that familiar voice that was trying to speak wisdom to me. Yeah. See, Daddy had to remind me, Lanisa, you once rejected wisdom. So why don't you think people going, ooh, you reaping what you sowing? But then he took it even deeper, guys. And this is the one that got me. This is the one that got me. Yes, I knew I messed up with men and I'm going to tell you how all that's rectified. But y'all, I messed up with health too. See, back in 1997, 96's. Hey, Brittany, what's up, girl? How you doing, beautiful? What's up, Joy? I see you there. Y'all, Daddy took me on a juicing binge. Yeah, I didn't know why. Oh, I do know why I was juicing. I was juicing because, y'all, I was tired of being the fit girl. The fit girl, because that was close to being called what? Fat back in the back. Now it ain't bad to be called fit, but back then it was the fit girl. But I had some individuals around me who were so healthy, and they said, Lanisa, you've got to juice. Now, I didn't know why I was juicing. I was trying to, maybe lose a little weight so I wouldn't be the thick girl. Well, I got to a point, y'all. I lost so much weight. And I remember someone telling me, ooh, Lanisa, you look like you are. Y'all, please don't get offended when I say this. Please do not get offended, because I ain't coming after nobody. But she said, you look like you white girl skinny. I said, white girl skinny? What you talking about? And I'm like, oh, you mean I ain't got no booty? You ain't got no thighs? What you trying to say? Because what you calling me? Well, y'all, I'm a black woman. And in my family, we got curves and everybody. And I'm thinking, I don't want to do that. So you know what I did? I rejected it. I rejected her. I rejected the message. See, I didn't search why I really needed to juice. I rejected it because I thought that it would change the molecular of my body chemistry, but not understanding the blessing that it would really change would be the internal structure of who I was. But here I go. You reap what you sow. It was a familiar person. They were too familiar. So let me bring it on to you right now. If you're a person out there that is feeling rejected in many different ways, I need you to first check yourself. Yes, you. How many things are you rejecting because they're too familiar or they're too close to you right now? See, you got that girlfriend or that mama or that sister who's telling you that man ain't right for you, and you know he ain't right for you because he got you dropping hoops. He's got you doing things you don't even know you should be called to do. But you rejecting a familiar spirit. Stop feeling being rejected. That's why he rejecting you, because you rejecting the advice. See, what you need to understand, don't allow the familiarity to take you out of being blessed with the wisdom that God is trying to give you because it's too close to you. See, he already warned us. Didn't Jesus go through that? Jesus wasn't accepted where he was because they were too familiar with him. But had they just allowed him to be who he was called to be in that season, they could have been blessed. And there's some people that you're rejecting right now. You are rejecting right now that were called to help you. But because they're too familiar, you're deucing them out. Oh, stop. And now I'm going to go to why Daddy spoke this to me, y'all. See, y'all know I do the juicing, and if remember, do you know what's the name of this melon? Talk about it. I do the juicing, and I love what I do. And y'all, Daddy put me here in Memphis, Tennessee for a reason. For a reason. I've been here 11 years. And I've met some amazing people because I've been able to be in some great industries here in Memphis. And so with that being said, there are a lot of people that are familiar with me. Yeah, y'all familiar with me. See, you knew me as this or that. You knew me as unhealed Lanisa. See, unhealed Lanisa didn't know her value and needed to make sure that I showed up the way you needed me to show up. No. See, when I show up the way you need me to show up, I never showed up in the greatness of who Lanisa was. And when I finally decided to get healed and stop trying to run away from the healing portion, now that's when God was able to use me. That's when he said, all right, baby girl. Now you talking about all that you know, Bella Body. You think that's all I got in you? Now you got that juice therapist. You now you are a nutritional blood analysis. You're doing those. You're microscopist, girl. I am a total package, Lanisa. I'm just opening it up, y'all. I'm just giving it to you, Lanisa. And y'all, I am so full right now with so much love and information that I just want to give it to anybody that's around me. But you realize what I'm realizing? Because I'm too familiar to some people that they're not even receiving it. You know who I bless the most? Y'all ready? It's people that aren't even here in Memphis, or people who don't even know me. Y'all, do you know how many strangers walk up to me every day and say, wait, you do something? And I'm like, well, maybe I do a little something. I don't know. God uses me. And they're like, no, I see you. What do you do? And I give them a juicing. Do you know that the calendar stays booked by people that don't know me versus those that know me because I'm too familiar? People you don't know, Sherby. That's right. That's right. And so, y'all, I was complaining to Daddy about that today. I was like, Daddy, what is it? And all he had to tell me was, Lanisa, you're reaping what you sowed. You've been rejecting wisdom because individuals that gave it to you were too familiar with you. So, you have to give grace. And guys, I wanted to get on and share this because I don't want you to be stuck for all the years the way I was. Not pausing and first understanding who I am as a child of God. The reason I rejected my auntie back then, and I started running after boys instead of pausing, because I didn't know who I was as a child of God. The reason I rejected that health message that was given to me back then about juicing and thought it was going to change the way my body was, and I mean, like, it wasn't going to look cute, it's because I didn't know who my daddy was and what he was calling me to be in this season of my life. Do you see how long, all these years, Daddy has been preparing me, and he could have been using me so much earlier when it comes to this space called life and just truly being the best version of you can be, but guess what? I rejected it, y'all. I rejected it. And then I question why people reject me. So today, I'm going to challenge you. Listen to those familiar voices. Somebody that's real close to you may just daddy had. Okay, here we go. I think I'm back. Maybe daddy is giving you someone right now that's familiar to you. But they're dropping so much wisdom on you. Don't reject it. Don't reject it. And let me say this. This is just a sidebar. For those of you, just because it's a familiar voice or familiar person or whatever is brought to you, just because you know them, don't expect to get it at a discounted rate. I was guilty of that too, y'all. When I finally allowed some people in my life to really bless me, you know what the first thing I came out because they were familiar to me? Oh, girl, you my girl. How much you gonna give me a discount? Or, girl, you gonna do it for me for free? What? You know immediately what I told them? Is that I don't respect the wisdom that daddy is giving you. Because had I had to go somewhere else to get the wisdom, I would have paid for it. But because it's somebody familiar, I'm going to ask you to discount it? Or am I tell you I want to pay it all? So, when you accept that familiar wisdom, don't think. You also, it comes along with feeling like you are worthy of getting it at a discounted rate. Don't do that. That's an insult. That's an insult to daddy. Because you're telling daddy, I don't even value the individuals that you send my way to be a blessing to me. So with that, y'all know what your girl getting ready to do. I got to do some juicing. I'm headed to our resort to do all the juicing that we need to do, y'all. We've got, when I tell you, I love these new juicing individuals. They are just, you don't even, but here we go. What's this? What is this? Right here. Don't reject this information. Don't reject this information. I know a familiar spirit. I know many of you know me, but this melon right here, why did I choose this melon, this particular melon, to go in someone's juice? See, what goes in your juice matters. It does. So DM me the answer, and I got something special for you.